White flags raised. Let's get up to Jerry Hannon for a second.
Look set to go. They're off. In the second race, the Irish EBF C&G 2-year-old maiden over 7 furlongs, and Aaron Moore on the inside of New World Tapestry, followed in the early stages by Kingslayer and Radetzky, and on the outside Red Cap Prominent, Hint of Stars, followed on settling down by Hong Kong, and then Daoub and Armory, Free Royal next, and then Jungle Cove with the back marker Shadow Wind. Continuing on their journey, with little to choose between New World Tapestry, one off the rail. On the rail with the noseband is Aaron Moore, tracked by Radetzky and Hint of Stars. Just behind them is Hong Kong, with Kingslayer as they pass the 4, and coming up to the halfway stage, Daoub is on the outside of Armory and the Navy Jacket. Then Free Royal, Jungle Cove and Shadow Wind is at the back of the field as they race past the 3. And matching strides, Aaron Moore and New World Tapestry a length in front of Radetzky, and pushed along behind these is Hint of Stars with Hong Kong on the rail. Kingslayer is next, looking for racing room as Armory. Daoub is in the middle of the track, and then Jungle Cove, a furlong and a half from the finish, and it's Aaron Moore and Kevin Manning beginning to open up a couple of lengths lead. Daoub is staying on the outside of New World Tapestry, then Hint of Stars, Hong Kong. Armory is in the clear and running on strongly. Then comes Jungle Cove, and racing up towards the finish, Armory has come racing through under Donnacha O'Brien for his father Aidan as they go one better in race 2. Armory second, then Jungle Cove, New World Tapestry, followed in by Hint of Stars and Daoub.
Well, we've seen an impressive performance of our second race. He's come from a long way back to win quite snugly at the line. Armory justifies odds-on favouritism, Kate.
All in. They're off. In the Japan Racing Association Travers Stakes, 1 filly, 3 colts in the lineup, and as they race down the far side, it is Toronto, course winner, showing the way in these early stages, followed by stable companion Armory, and then the filly Inner Visions on the inside of Zarzini. Continuing down the back straight, they're just outside the 5 furlong mark, and it's Toronto and Donnacha O'Brien in front of Armory and Ryan Moore, followed off the back straight, and third by the maiden Inner Visions and Billy Lee, with Zarzini and Ronan Whelan last of the quartet. Heading on to the 4 furlong point in the Japan Racing Association Travers Stakes, Group 3 over 7, and it continues to be in front Toronto, tracked by Armory, Inner Visions and Zarzini as they pass the halfway stage. And coming across to run the bend into the straight, and no changes in the order. Toronto followed by Armory, Inner Visions and Zarzini. 2.5 to go as they begin to straighten up. It's Toronto on the rail, the purple and white. Dark blue in the centre, Armory, Zarzini on the outside, and the noseband is getting into it. And then Inner Visions, they've a furlong and a half to go in the Japan Racing Association Travers Stakes. Armory comes there in the centre, they pick it up from stable companion Toronto. Behind them is Zarzini and then Inner Visions, but it's Armory lengthening clear from Toronto, Zarzini and Inner Visions. And running up to the finish, it is Armory, another winner on the Tyrus for Aidan O'Brien, with second stable companion Toronto, Zarzini and Inner Visions.
Yeah, 1-2 for Aidan O'Brien, and Armory was really impressive, this son of Galileo, backing up his win at the Curragh last time up and doing so in fine style under Ryan Moore.
Since I'm Aidan O'Brien horses on that occasion.
Here we go then.
Colts are locked away. They're off in the Galileo Irish EBF Futurity Stakes, Group 2 over 7 furlongs, and the first to show was Toronto, being closely followed by stable companion Iberia, and another stable companion close up is Armory in the dark blue jacket, being followed in the early stages by Rebel Tail. Justifier is on the outside of Roman Turbo, both 2 from 2, and then Geometrical, and last of all is Jungle Cove. Continuing on their journey, and it is on the rail, Toronto, Shamie Heffernan in a white cap, alongside is Iberia, tracked by Armory. Justifier is on the outside, on the rail as they pass the 4. is Rebel Tail, and then Geometrical, Roman Turbo and Jungle Cove. Little change in the order as they head on towards the final three, having passed the halfway stage in the Galileo Irish EBF Futurity Stakes. And it's Toronto and Iberia, followed by Justifier on the outside of Armory, and then Rebel Tail, Geometrical in the middle of the track. Just behind them is Roman Turbo and then Jungle Cove. They've a furlong and a half to go. Armory is bursting through his stable companions. Whoosh, he's got to the front, Armory, from Iberia on the outside of Roman Turbo, who's staying on. Next is Rebel Tail with Justified, Geometrical. It's Armory a couple of lengths in front, and the Galileo Futurity from Rebel Tail, who's running a big race. Armory from Rebel Tail as they go to the right. Armory raises the bar on every run and lands another Futurity for Aidan O'Brien, ridden by Ryan Moore, with Rebel Tail running at an absolute stormer. Then Geometrical, Roman Turbo, Justified.
Join Jerry for the Goss Vincent O'Brien National Stakes.
Six, and the 8 colts are locked away. They're off, very level break in the Goss Vincent O'Brien National Stakes, Group 1, over 7 furlongs, and the first to show is Arizona in the pink jacket with Geometrical alongside. They're being followed on the inside by Toronto, and just behind those 3 in 4th is Minoski, a couple of lengths back to Pinatubo, who's on the outside of Armory, the Futurity winner. And then comes Roman Turbo with Iberia just at the back of the field as they come on inside the 5, and it's Geometrical disputing the lead with Arizona. On the outside is Minoski, and by the rail is Toronto. Just behind them is Pinatubo, unbeaten to date and running for last year's winning connections. Alongside is Armory, and then Iberia and Roman Turbo. They're past the halfway stage in the Goss Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. On the outside it's Minoski with Pinatubo coming there very, very strongly. In between horses on the far side is Arizona. Then comes Armory and Geometrical as they pass the 2. William Buick is swinging on Pinatubo and quickens to the front from Arizona. Minoski is on the outside of a running on Armory, but it's Pinatubo accelerating away in the Goss Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. What a performance! 5 is the magic number this weekend as Pinatubo runs away with the Goss Vincent O'Brien National Stakes for William Buick, Charlie Appleby and Godolphin. Has won by a straight from Armory and Arizona, and then Minoski.
Well, I don't think there's any question that we've seen something really, really special there. That was a real wow moment, Ruby. When this horse got to the front, you were just hoping that he might. Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas. Jerry Hannon to call them.
For the first classic of the year, they're off. In the Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas over a mile, well away was Sinawan, horse with the nose bend, disputing the lead with Rebel Tail. Close up on the inside in the first Tabor colours is Fort Myers, and in the blue cap prominent is Royal Lytham. As they settle down in these early stages, Fort Myers takes them a long track, half a length back by Royal Lytham as they head for the elbow. Soon to straighten the 6th, then Vatican City and Sinawan. Free Solo and Rebel Tail is next, and they're followed by Siskin. And after Siskin, straightening up towards the final 5.5 furlongs is Armory, and then Fiscal Rules. Lope Fernandez and Monarch of Egypt is the back marker. Passing the 5 and continuing on towards the halfway stage in the Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas. In the lead is Fort Myers, and Michael Hussey tracked the length back by Royal Lytham and Emmett McNamara. Then Sinawan and Ronan Whelan sharing third with Vatican City and Porrick Beggy as they head for the 3. Free Solo is next, and Rebel Tail. Pink Cap halfway back is Siskin, and then Armory in between horses with Fiscal Rules, and pulled out to the outside is Lope Fernandez, and then Monarch of Egypt. They're racing on towards the final 2 furlongs. Fort Myers is pressed by Royal Lytham wanting the rail. Here with a sweeping run is Lope Fernandez, and Sinawan in between horses. Angled out is Siskin. Then Armory as they race to the final furlong. Lope Fernandez hits the front, but here comes Siskin on the near side. After them is Sinawan racing up towards the finish, and it's Joe Lyons' push button Siskin who's drawing away to land the first ever classic for Colin Keane and Joe Lyons. Vatican City is second, then Armory, Lope Fernandez and Fiscal Rules.
Here we go then, the Tattersalls Gold Cup with Jerry.
All are in. They're off in the Tattersalls Gold Cup, Group 1 over a mile and a quarter. And it is triple course winner Buckhurst and Magical gone up on the outside, being followed by Armory. And with that 3-0 is Leo De Fury, a break of 2.5 lengths, and taking a stumble there, Leo De Fury. At the rear of the field, both Sir Dragonet and the St. Leger Heroine search for a song as they race up to the mile mark. And settling down in front is Magical, followed by Buckhurst, Armory, Leo De Fury with the noseband on the outside, followed by Sir Dragonet in the pale pink colours as one behind Search for a Song as they turn at the 7, beginning the uphill run to the top of the track. And it's Magical going along in the lead, and authoritative winner of last year's race, and was brilliant here in the Pretty Polly on her reappearance. Leads under Wayne Lordan with Leo De Fury, and Shane Foley disputing second with Buckhurst and Declan McDonough, and then Armory and Porrick Beggy. Sir Dragonet and Derby winner Emmett McNamara would search for a song, and Oshinor last of the 6. Little changes in the order as they come past the halfway stage, and it's Magical maintaining an advantage of a length over recent Mooresbridge winner Leo De Fury, who's continuing to duel for the second spot with Buckhurst, and then Armory, Sir Dragonet and Search for a Song as they run into the straight. 3.5 furlongs to go, and it's Magical moving on a couple of lengths in front. Driven on the outside is Leo De Fury, then Buckhurst followed in the straight by Armory, and then comes Sir Dragonet, and these have left Search for a Song. Passing the 2, and it's Magical, the leader from Leo De Fury. Buckhurst is on the rail, and then Sir Dragonet, who's angled out ahead of Armory and Search for a Song, but it's Magical. Magical by 3 lengths, racing just outside the final furlong, and it's Magical opening up a clear lead over a running on Sir Dragonet, and then comes Leo De Fury, but racing into the last half furlong, it's Magical out on her own in many ways, and will defend her title in the Group 1 Tattersalls Gold Cup. Second, Sir Dragonet. Third, Search for a Song. Then Armory. A 1-2-4 for Aidan O'Brien. Leo De Fury, and the back marker was Buckhurst.
Yes, indeed. All very straightforward for Magical. Another Group 1 for her curriculum vitae, and what a CV it is. And it was also straightforward as well. Ready for the Royal Whip.
White flag is raised. They're off. Numerian broke smartly in this, the Irish field celebrating 150 years Royal Whip Stakes. Group 3 over 1.25 miles is followed by De Graves and Sinawan. Slotting in into 4th place is Armory, and 2.5 to 3 length break to Leo De Fury, who is the back marker as the 5 runners make their way to the far point of the track, and it's Numerian and Declan McDonough in the lead, being followed uphill towards the 7 furlong point by stable companion De Graves, the mount of Wayne Lordan, and then comes Sinawan and Ronan Whelan. Armory is 4th, Jamie Heffernan, and the back marker Leo De Fury and Shane Foley. Leo De Fury denied by a head in last year's race as they head up towards the 7 furlong point. Numerian followed by De Graves, Sinawan, Armory and Leo De Fury. No changes, continuing up to the top of the track, and it's Numerian followed by De Graves, and the same colours as last year's winner. In 3rd place is Sinawan, followed by Armory, and the back marker remains Leo De Fury. Reaching the 5, the halfway stage in today's 5th race, the Irish field celebrating 150 years Royal Whip Stakes. Downhill for home, Numerian with closer in second De Graves, 2 lengths off them. Sinawan, tracked by Armory, and Leo De Fury content at the back of the field. Running towards the entrance to the straight, 3.5 furlongs to go. Numerian followed by De Graves, Sinawan, and Armory is on the rail in the dark blue colours. Leo De Fury with the noseband, the back marker. They're racing in the straight, just over 2 to go. And it's Numerian joined by stable companion De Graves, the white cap. Sinawan is on the outside, and just behind them is Armory. Will need a break. Couple of lengths then to Leo De Fury, racing towards the final furlong and a half. And the Irish field celebrating 150 years Royal Whip Stakes. Numerian, Sinawan is on the outside of in between horses. Battling is De Graves. Coming late is Armory, running towards the finish. It's Numerian. Armory on the line. Armory on the line from Numerian, and then Sinawan, De Graves, and Leo De Fury. Armory back to winning ways for the first time since his 2-year-old days.
Yes, he's won. He's completed a double for Aidan O'Brien and Jamie Heffernan, and Armory, Fran, you would have to say, is the best here by an awful lot more. Champion Stakes with Jerry.
Set, and they're off. In the Irish Champion Stakes, Group 1 over 1.25 miles, and in the early exchanges, it's Gayat, the first one to show, is bowling along at a place he likes to be, is followed by Magical White Cap on the outside of stable companion Japan. A break of a few lengths then to Sotsas for France, and alongside is Armory and the back marker Leo de Fury. A good space between first and last, heading on towards the 7 furlong point. And the leader is Gayath and William Buick by 3 parts of a length to last year's brilliant winner Magical, keeping a close eye on her conqueror, and then Japan in 3rd place. A bit of a break then to Sotsas and Armory, and detached is Leo de Fury. 6 furlongs to go, and 3 up front are going along nicely clear of the second half of the field. It's Gayath and William Buick towards halfway. 3 parts of a length in front of Magical Shamie Heffernan. In 3rd place is Japan and Ryan Moore. Closing up and behind is Sotsas and Colin Keane, and then Armory and Wayne Lorden, and the back marker is Leo de Fury and Shane Foley. They're racing towards the 4 in the Irish Champion Stakes, and Gayath is the leader, but only just to Magical up on the outside. Nudged along in 3rd is Japan, and then Sotsas, Armory and Leo de Fury chased along at the back as they leave the 3 behind them. And it's Gayath, and on the outside Magical matching strides on the turn into the straight. Then comes Japan, Sotsas, Armory, 4 lengths to Leo de Fury into the straight, 2 furlongs to go. And it's Gayath from Magical, and Japan's gone for the rail. Sotsas, Armory stays on, racing towards the final furlong and a half. Roll up, it's Magical on the near side, who's trying to exact revenge on Gayath. Armory is on the outside with Sotsas. It's Magical for her 2nd Irish Champion Stakes. Lowers the colours of Gayath. Armory, Sotsas, Japan, and Leo de Fury.
Time. They are set for the Ladbrokes Cox Plate, and they're racing. Aspetar away fairly, Grand Slam out well with Probabile, Master of Wine behind those, Colding. Russian Camelot's coming over, would be 5th at the moment. Colding got to 3rd, Buckhurst 4th, and 5th Russian Camelot wider. Then came Armory, Master of Wine. Next in the field, Mugger 2, and they were followed by Aspetar. Back in the field, Sir Dragonet, Arcadia Queen, Fierce Impact, Humidor, and Natoya is last. 1,600 metres to go, and it's Grand Slam, the 3-year-old leading by a length and 3/4. Probabile. Russian Camelot got over 3rd, 1 off the fence outside of Colding. Then came Buckhurst, Master of Wine. A length and a half away, Armory, and then came Sir Dragonet. Next in the field out deeper is Mugger 2, Aspetar, Humidor. 3rd last, Arcadia Queen, Fierce Impact, and at the end is the Bolton Natoya. To the back section, 1,200 to go, and it's Grand Slam for Jai McNeil, bowling out by 2 lengths. 2nd, Probabile, a length and a quarter away to Colding 3rd, and the speed is okay. Russian Camelot 4th, a length and a half, Master of Wine, Buckhurst. 2 lengths away on the inside next, Sir Dragonet, and then came Armory, a length and a half, Mugger 2, Aspetar, Humidor. Arcadia Queen 3rd last from Fierce Impact, and 2 lengths Natoya. So it's Grand Slam, 800 metres to go, looking to do it all with the lightweight by 2 lengths Probabile. A length and a quarter away to Colding 3rd. Russian Camelot every chance, 2 lengths to Armory, hooking deeper with Mugger 2. Then came Buckhurst, Master of Wine, Sir Dragonet. Arcadia Queen tracking into it, 6 off the lead. Then Aspetar under pressure from Fierce Impact up on the fence. Natoya, Humidor well back. Russian Camelot lets down now, moves up on the outside and takes the lead with Probabile. Armory joining in, and Mugger 2 around the outside. Russian Camelot has a fight on his hands. Armory takes the lead. Mugger 2 going with it. Sir Dragonet running on, and Probabile the fence in the straight at the 150. It's Armory. Sir Dragonet coming at Armory. Armory and Sir Dragonet. Sir Dragonet takes the lead, coming clear and joins a century of legends. Sir Dragonet for Bossy won the Cox Plate from Armory. Russian Camelot for the photo, Mugger 2 and Arcadia Queen from Probabile. A great race. Then came Fierce Impact, Master of Wine, Buckhurst, Grand Slam, Humidor, Colding, Natoya and Aspetar amongst the tail enders.